Okay, so hello to all audience of Metal Zone Radio Show. We are today at the Haka shelter in the suburbs of Nantes, France, and we are glad to welcome a band coming from Los Angeles, California, USA. I name ESODIC, so hello, how are you?
How are you? Thank you for having us. Thank you for everybody that's watching right now and is taking the time to just learn a little bit about us and about our music. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you very much to receive us. It's a pleasure for us too. So, for those who don't know you, could you give a brief introduction and history of the band ESODIC?
We are a band that was formed originally in the Middle East, in Jordan or Jordania. It was formed in 2003. The band went through a few shows and trying to establish more of a career while we are based in the Middle East. That did not work well. Eventually, I have relocated to Los Angeles, and I have reestablished the band with a new lineup. And then the band started to take more of a serious form, and that's where we are right now. And this is our second tour together with this lineup, and it feels like it's just gonna keep getting better from here, and we're excited. We're also playing at Hellfest this year, which is a very awesome show and one of the biggest shows of our career to date. So we're really excited to be there and to play the altar stage with bands like Decapitated and Blonde Incantation, which is gonna be amazing. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Can you first introduce each other and what you are doing in the band?
My name is Mo Lamastro. Bonjour. I'm lead guitar for ESODIC. I joined the band in November. This is my second tour with them.
My name is Zed Amarin. I am the co-founder of the band. I play drums, and also I record and play all the percussions that's on our recordings.
I'm Kevin McCombs. I'm lead vocals and bass, and I also play a production role in the band.
Sorry about my voice. Austin Burley. I play guitar and do some backup vocals.
Okay, cool. So, you are currently on a French tour alongside with Antares, a French thrash band from Brittany. This with 9 shows. This is the last one today at the Haka shelter. How was this tour organized, and were you familiar with the band Antares before this tour? Can you tell us more?
We are very, very grateful and thankful for Antares because they helped us with getting the tour together. Definitely, I reached out to Antares and I took interest in wanting to tour with them because last year I was filling in with a different band called La Cabra. I had to help them because their drummer couldn't make a tour. I hopped on, I did the tour, and then I reached out to Antares, and Antares put the tour together, and the tour has been amazing so far. Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, you were talking about the Hellfest going to play this year on the Altar stage for the 2026 edition. It has been announced very recently, I think. How did you experience this invitation, and what do you hope to present on stage in June of this year?
So through Zed's tenacity and persistence, he reached out to the promoters and provided our materials, and thankfully we were deemed interesting and captivating enough by the show promoters and the people who put it together that we were given an early slot on the Altar stage on Friday. And what we hope to bring is the greatest version of ourselves we've ever had to rock a number of people that we've never had the opportunity to play in front of and play the heaviest set that, they have never heard from a band. Yeah.
That's cool. So we're waiting a little bit. In June of this year, ESODIC at the Hellfest. You've released demos, a split, singles, and EPs. Are you planning to release the first album?
Yes, sir. That's exactly our plan. The schedule is to have a full-length release in 2027, which we will, of course, release some singles from that full length this year. but that's definitely our next step. Is after releasing 2 EPs, we are planning our full length release. We already have like the set tonight. We are playing 2 songs that have not even, they're not even released. So like you only the people here are going to be able to hear it tonight.
So 2027 for the first album. Do you think released it independently or searching a label for it?
So we are definitely open to working with labels, but at this point we are just focused on writing the music and first knowing having something we are really happy and proud of, and then after that we are more than open to work with labels.
So your music blends old school thrash death with oriental sounds, a mix that strongly distinguish you. How had this style evolved over the years and the compositions of the band?
So I met Zed about 7 years ago, and we became friends instantly because we have a similar musical background. Growing up listening to thrash metal, Florida death metal, and so that part of us clicked immediately creatively. We started writing very quickly after knowing each other, and it was in the middle of the process of making the last EP that we experimented more with traditional Jordanian percussion instruments, and then also adding oud and qanun that was performed by a wonderful player in Jordan that we arranged for our record. So it was in the middle of the process that we found this style, and we hope to expand upon it, as hard as we can on the new album as well. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Is there a special meaning or not behind the band's name, ESODIC?
Yes, of course. So when we were looking for a name for the band, we were looking in medical books just to try to find maybe interesting words and different words, and this it's a metaphor. But the literal meaning of the word is when all your nerves in your body convey or send messages directly to the spinal cord. So we took that as a metaphor whenever like a revolution happens, how like the people usually attack the core, and that's a metaphor of just basically it's just another word for revolution.
Okay, that's very clear. So you can see here the logo of the band. So now more personal questions now. What for each of you, what was the most formative moment in your individual journey before joining or founding the band ESODIC? We want to begin.
Well, I've been playing guitar for a long time, and I was in a Florida death metal band with Kevin. And we put out a record, and then COVID hit right after that and severely limited our momentum afterwards. And we kind of fell off into the doldrums and weren't producing. And then I met Zed, and then they invited me in. And so I would say that my prior experiences with Kevin and my other band were the most formative because it led me to this point now. And I'm just so grateful they brought us in. And I'd never been to France before. We just really love it here. It's a spectacular country with great people.
For me, before joining a band with Austin prior in Florida, I was a big fan of his work as a guitar player. And I attended a show headlined by Cannibal Corpse when I was very young, and it did irreparable damage to my taste. I never quite recovered, and that's why I'm here now, is because concerts, hopefully like the one tonight, will create such strong bonds that you just have to continue.
And for me, like it was when I first joined, and when we first joined our forces as a band back in the day in Jordan. I was 16 years old, and the guys were all way older than me back in the day. They were like 10 years at least older. So like it was just a lot to learn. I was kind of learning drums and learning what is heavy metal and what is thrash at the same time, because for me, it was the love of music, the love of the genre that made me want to play the music,
For me, similar to Austin, the prior experiences in my other bands before joining ESODIC were definitely very formative. And I've been playing guitar my whole life, and I've always known that this is what I want to do with my life. And I'm just incredibly grateful to be here.
To have the chance to visit countries, Europe, and other countries, people, culture, etc. That's cool. That's a very cool experience. So, if you had to name one meeting, artist, fan, or mentor that changed your vision of music, which one comes to your mind right now?
Yeah, so actually, I'm gonna mention one of my childhood friends. His name is Laith Dimashqiye. He owns a label right now, and he promotes. It's not that the same music he exposed me to, but it's just very experimental. It's called Drowned by Locals. But when I was like 13, 14 years old, we used to go to my friend's house and just sit down, and he would show me, this is King Diamond, and this is Black Sabbath, and this is Rush, and this is like King Crimson. So like stuff that like, and he showed me like Salvador Dali, and like he showed me stuff that just like opened my mind so much. So I like people I would never like. He's what I always go back, and thank people that showed me these kind of things, and like so like he's definitely one. He opened many doors for me to get interested with more stuff. Yeah.
Oh, sure. In terms of a profound mentor that I've had in the last several years is I got a working relationship with a producer and drummer named Colin Britton. He now plays for the band Linkin Park, and he brought me under his wing to teach me how to produce music and how to engineer and use analog consoles and things like that. And I certainly would not be here were it not for the tutelage of many mentors in my life. Yeah.
For me, from I guess the macro perspective, I'd say that every single musician, big or no matter how big or small, quote unquote, I've learned something from every single show I've played with them, every single musician I've met, every single musician I've seen live, every video I've seen, every solo I've transcribed and studied, and I'm super stoked that I get to implement and kind of put my own flair on this type of music.
Thank you. Want to have now your opinion about social medias that change a lot of things for many years now. What is your opinion about that? What does it change for a band like you? The good side, the bad side of it. Interesting to have your opinion about that.
I think in a lot of ways, there's more pressure and responsibility on artists to, it used to be that the label would have, media campaigns for you and shoot your music videos, but it falls upon our shoulders now. However, with that comes the freedom of expression. It's more democratized. We have the option to control what we put out and what people see from us, and it's very liberating. I think that curating your presence online and in social media is an exciting creative opportunity. Yeah.
So good things, positive things for you. Okay. What do you think is the biggest challenge nowadays for an emerging band like you and many millions? But what do you think?
Yeah, the main thing, the main strength for a band is availability. That's the basic thing. Being available, having your life designed in a way that you can go and do this. And I would say also just the ability to not be discouraged, because like you have to know, you have to have a plan, but you have to also be persistent and understand that, like, you understand the process, and you're gonna have to try. Sometimes you don't find your sound from the beginning. Sometimes you have to try, and you have to be open, talk to people, work with other people, play with other musicians, be creative. So all of these things together, like having the music and being available to show it are like go hand in hand too, man.
Okay. So you were talking about the near future for ESODIC is the composition of the first album. That's right. So for a release, you say next year, 2027. So we're going to wait a little bit. So thank you very much for this interview, for your time. The word of the end is for you.
Thank you so much for having us today, and thank you for taking an interest in our band, and just thank you for anybody who is going to take the time to watch this interview and learn more about us. You can find all our links at www.esodic.com, and you can find all our social media links and all the information about our upcoming shows, our tours, and you can find all our merch and all our music. Check it out, and thank you for everybody for being here, and thank you guys for having us again.